challenge you about what you know about circuits and who can make them. I'm Dr. Kirsten Ellis from Monash University, Inclusive Technology Group. This week for National Science Week, I ran a workshop with 130 people with physical and intellectual disabilities. So Is this on? Yes. So in Australia, we run a lot of engagement workshops to get more females into STEM, which is great, right? But we almost completely ignore people with disabilities. This particular workshop wasn't aimed at people who are going to, they had significant disabilities. They're not going to be going and working in the tech industry. But that wasn't what it was about. A lot of these people had never been invited onto a university campus previously. So I wanted to invite them onto the campus, not as recipients of our research, but to actually participate and make something for themselves. So I set out to design a circuit making activity. Please go ahead and make those. They shouldn't take you more than 7 minutes. Okay, so you're welcome to make them now. I don't mind rattling. I'm used to working with students, so, talking in the background, all completely normal to me. So I set out to design a circuit making activity for people who had limited motor coordination. I failed 3 times. I'd just like to say that first. So I set out to do it, failed, but eventually I came up with TapeBlocks. Okay. So to make a circuit, Okay, to make a circuit, you need a light source, a light circuit, and power. Now, normally, you'd connect them together with a wire by either breadboarding or by soldering. It's fiddly, it's hard, it's scary, okay? What you have in front of you uses conductive tape. They're called TapeBlocks. And so anyone can make these circuits. So the people who came in, who had the disabilities, could actually make these blocks, make the circuit with the back of their hand. Okay, so by pushing them together. But the great thing is that then they could feel like they're actually engaging in science engagement activities, which was what we set out to do. Okay. The other thing with these is they're really, really cheap. So that it costs about 80 cents to make a circuit. What we use in my university class is about $15 a circuit to make the same circuit, a light circuit, is about $15. So at 80 cents, I now use them engagement activities for kids, for adults, for girls, for anyone, because anyone can make them. They're cheap, they're accessible, they're not scary. You can hardly be scared by kids' blocks. Okay. There's, and they can't be broken. You can get it wrong, but if you get it wrong, it doesn't matter because they're cheap. And unless you see smoke coming out, which I haven't had yet, they're pretty safe. Okay, so to make a tape block, basically, you put some of the components go on top of the tape, and some of them put in underneath the tape. When they're pushed together, they make a circuit. So some of them you need normally when you're making a circuit, you need plus to plus, minus to minus. And there's always this mantra, plus to plus, minus to minus, except you don't actually need that. Because some depends on the type of light diode you have as to whether you need to do that or not. So some of them you can actually so the ones that you've got, they're actually both colours. So they're both red and green. You can't get it wrong. So I've had 16-year-old girls come up to me open day and it's like, hey, make a circuit. And they're like, I can't do that. And you're like, you grab these 2 blocks, you put them together. You can do that. But once they do that, they then always go and make another circuit as well. You suck them in because they believe that they can do it. And once people believe that they can do it, then they're going to do it again and again. So once I started working with these, I am actually a computer programmer, not an electrical engineer, which is why I can break all of the rules that you're meant to follow. Okay. So what I found was that you can actually make all sorts of things with these. So you put LEDs in. Normal LEDs is what I started with. There are these colour change LEDs. Is that 1 or 3? 2 minutes left. Excellent. There's colour change TVs. There's the bi-coloured TVs, so they LEDs, so they go either way around. Vibration motors. So we had some blind participants come to the workshop. They could make a circuit. They could make the blocks, put a vibration motor in, and feel that they'd made the circuit correctly. How many of these can you actually stack together and still have the light to work? So you have a power block and then multiple blocks on top. How many can you put together? I don't know. The tallest tower we had was about 1 metre, and it fell down before the light actually started, the power stopped travelling around the circuit. Light resistors, button, tilt switches, you can put all sorts of different things in. I've recently put a fan in as well. So the other thing you can do is, once you have this basic concept, which is you can connect stuff together with conductive tape, you can then start doing stacking them. You can breadboard with them. So for some of the participants, it was easy for them to put diodes across or LEDs across two strips of tape. You can make creatures with them. You can make characters, you can make robots. Again, it's around people going, hey, if that's science and technology, I want to engage with it. Where if it's breadboards, it's like, nah, not really. Okay, so it's about people believing that it's for them. So all sorts of creative things.